Hello everyone and welcome back to Age of Nagash, which is a channel dedicated to Age of Sigmar, and in this video we are talking all things Soulblight Gravelords, but it will be a quick on this one. It won't be like over a 3-hour video like I did the other day for them, just to... I think you guys most enjoyed my review for the Black Knights on that video from the feedback I've got, but we will be mentioning Black Knights in this video because they are going to be contained in a Start Collecting box, but what specifically we'll be talking about in this video is the last league prices for Soulblight Gravelords on their last pre-order, which is this Saturday. Again, if there's any units after this list and what's already been on pre-order that I've missed out on, let me know before, but I think this ties everything up. Again, there may be another release down the line like Lumineth Realm Lords had, but I wouldn't bet my money on it. I wouldn't get too hopeful. If this is an army you're not liked what you've seen so far, play a different army, but if you've enjoyed everything you've seen so far, then this is where it ends in terms of new models coming out for now, but we will see more obviously at some point in the future. So there are 6 things to talk about on this list, and there's also a 7th thing what I just want to mention, which is the Warhammer Underworld's Oshirach Bone Reaper warband is £25. Nothing to do with Soulblight Gravelords, but I thought if I did mention it now, I won't mention it for the video because I'll forget. And I just thought a nice little bit of information to know there. And if you guys want to see this information yourself, you'll find a link to my Discord in the description of this video. And essentially it was posted on the Discord by Ben, who was in the video we did for 3 hours on the Soulblight video. Well, I say 3 hours, he only did 1 hour, so, you know, skived it. But if you want to go onto my Discord, essentially you can read these prices for yourself. Again, this has presumably been sent to a shop or something, an independent store, and then that's how it's managed to get onto the internet. So the first thing we are going to be talking about, which is on pre-order on Saturday, of course, is the Start Collecting Soulblight Gravelords. So yes, actually, against what I thought, there is going to be a Start Collecting box straight away for Soulblight Gravelords. I didn't think they would get one because they're a brand new army. They tend to want to just sell all the new models you know, in separate boxes when a new army comes out because they don't want to give you a good deal because they know you're going to buy those units anyway. However, this Soulblight Gravelords Start Collecting box set is actually mainly made up of old units and is the way how you want to get the White King on Steed. Then that means you're going to have to buy this box because as you can see here, we've got on one half the pictures what I'll be talking about, and on the other half we've got the price list. And this box here is going to be £60, but what you get in it is 5 Black Knights, the White King on Skeletal Steed, you know, the lovely new model, and then 20 Grave Guards. So I have done the maths on this, and without including the White King, because it is a brand new model, so we don't know a price, because as far as I'm aware, you can't buy it separately, and it's not on the list, so looks like you won't be able to. If you want to buy him, you're going to have to buy this whole box, which is annoying, I imagine, for some people. But not including him, this box is actually valued if bought separately at £80. And I do think this is mainly because Games Workshop has raised the prices of these units throughout the years. I think especially last year these prices went up. But it's a good value box set because, I mean, that's already saving you £20. And then the White King on Skeletal Steed, easily £20 if bought separately. If it was available, maybe £25, you know, because he's on a horse, so he's a bit bigger and stuff, isn't he? He's mounted. And the Graveguard themselves are actually like £27.50 for 10 of them, and you're going to get yourself 20 in this box as well with, like I said, the 5 Black Knights and the White King for £60. So if you're brand new to this army, I think Graveguard are going to be quite good. I've always liked Graveguard, so and I always do enjoy using them in the in my games Warhammer Age of Sigmar when I played as Legions of Nagash. So I can see this definitely being good value for your Graveguard if you want to go down that route. Black Knights, I think, are awful. I mean, sure, I'll play test them. I have 10 of them myself, so I'm happy if I can be proven wrong on my thoughts about them being absolutely fucking useless. But it almost feels like it's a tax. Like they just stuck it in this box just to make you have to buy them. And it does feel like, you know, do this a fair bit with like special characters. They'll put them in a big box set, so you have to buy the whole box set to get the White King on Skeletal Steed. And but like I say, I do think the Graveguard are quite good. So like again, 20 Graveguard in this box for an extra I think an extra £5, and it would be to buy separately, and then you get everything else. Isn't bad in my personal opinion, but I do feel like it's a shame that they've just lobbed the White King into a Start Collecting box and you can't buy them separately. So it's nice that there's a Start Collecting box of Soulblight Gravelords. You're very new to this army, but it's a shame that it's all old models, which I'm not surprised by. apart from the White King, but then it means you can't buy them separately at the moment. Hopefully at some point in the future you'll be able to buy them separately, but if you're looking just for value terms in terms of money, it is a good value start collecting box, as you're saving approximately £40 on it. You know, it's nearly half price if bought all separately from what we can guess for the price for the White King. But so we've got that, and then the next thing to talk about is going to be the Direwolves. So these lovely models, I think, like, there's been some controversy in a lot of the Soulblight Gravelord models releases. Some people really like some of the models, some people really don't like them. But the Direwolves, I think everyone apart from people who prefer the old Direwolves, which I like them for nostalgia purposes, so I'm with you. But I think we can all agree that these haven't got any like controversy or anything like that. Everybody really likes these models and they think they look awesome. And they are actually going to be, if we look down here, so if we go to Soulblight Gravelord Direwolves, they are going to be £31.50 for 10. So they have actually still got Direwolves listed on the Games Workshop website, which are the old ones, so I believe they're like no longer available, and they, you know, like blurred picture and all that sort of thing. But it has still got a price, so you can actually buy 10. Well, you can't buy them, but you could buy 10 Direwolves when they were available for £20. So it has gone up by £11.50. But I can't argue that the quality isn't reflected in it. Like, these models are so much better than the old Direwolves, and I love the old Direwolves. I've got like 30, so like, and that's come from someone who really likes them. These new models look amazing. You get 10 in a box, and I don't think any of them are, like I've mentioned before, repetitive models. They're all unique in their own way. It's not like once you've built 5, the next 5 are identical to the first 5 pretty much. They're all unique sculpts, which I think really is quite good. But obviously they are more money in terms of just that unit on the battlefield. So I will still be using my old ones because they are very good value compared to these ones. But, you know, they're great looking models, but they have definitely gone up in price. They've gone up more than like a half of what they were on top. But you get what you pay for Games Workshop, really. These, well, no, that's not true. Games Workshop massively fucking overcharges for most of their stuff, but this isn't too bad compared to some of the other stuff. I'd rather have this than 3 of those bats, for example. These will be more useful and feels better value. And then you've got Lady Annika, the First in Blade, which is the one I don't like, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, she'll be here. So yeah, she had like the mask, but now she's got like a bat wing, which I think is probably like an option you can give it. And just like it, I didn't like this model before, and now I like it even less with a bat wing on there. It's not even useful. But someone posted in the Discord saying, you know, she can't use that to fly. She can't use it as a weapon. You know, if you're thinking realistically, she literally uses it as a fan to cool herself down, but she's dead, so she doesn't get hot because she's cold-blooded. Whatever. Yeah, don't like the model, and I certainly won't be paying £21 for this model. But again, if you like the model and you think that's a good price, fair enough, but for me, absolutely not. And then the next one we've got is Kritza. So this is the Rat Prince. So this one, I think, is a cool model. Rules are pretty useless, but, you know, the model's cool. And that's like a nice little backstory and stuff. He is also £21. I think they just decided a nice round number for both these characters were equally useless in Soulblight Gravelords if you want synergy from them and everything else. But he's quite cheap in points. I think it was 90, maybe, from what I remember. But he's £21, so you can kind of see how much Games Workshop is charging for these characters. But I think, to be fair, they're both on oval bases. That might be a round base, but I remember I think he's got quite a long cloak with the rat tails hanging off it. So, you know, they're not tiny characters. They're not, you know, grot shamans or something. And then the next one we've got is Beladmara, Volga, the first of the Vircross. You know I can't pronounce this one. The Wolf Lady, this one. She looks too top heavy with all the furs and the wings and stuff, in my personal opinion. But the wolves look really cool, and she's actually... I think she's got some use by looking at her war scroll when I did a review on it. So I can see people buying her to put into their army. And she is going to be £31.50. So the same price as the Direwolves, which Yeah, it does feel like Games Workshop just group their prices and not in terms of like what you think is value. It's just like, oh well, we've got to have two at £31.50, and there's a lot of 50. Again, obviously all British currency. There's a lot of 50p's knocking around and stuff, not bang on a number these days. But you know, she does look quite big. The wolf, if that's like a one of like the big space wolves, sort of Farisian wolves. Don't know the name of them, but like the are they Thunderwolf cavalry, something like that. The big wolves that the Space Marines ride in, Space Wolves, blah 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 blah. If that's the same size as that, then that looks like a decent sized model, and £31.50 is all right. You know, to be fair. If it's tiny, you know, like a Direwolf or something, then it will feel maybe a bit small, but it doesn't seem too bad. In my honest opinion. But then you've got the next one is Soulblight Gravelords, Radukar the Beast. So the expansion for I'm going too far up. The expansion for Warhammer Quest Curse City, that'll never be happening. So he is again £31.50. So again, nice bracket there. They obviously needed 3 items at that price for the pre-order. So you can pick which one you want. You can only, if you've only got one for £31.50, you have to choose what you want. Direwolves, the Wolf Lady, or Radukar the Beast. And again, he looks like a decent size. Looks like he'll probably be on the same sort of size base as the lady here. And I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's a bad price, to be honest. I think, you know, Games Workshop 10 years ago, maybe this would have been £25, but I can't really complain. His War Scroll wasn't awful. I think he's got some use. Again, it's hard to know before you actually play with the units, isn't it, at the end of the day. Have some play testing. Certainly more useful than any of this stuff that's going to be made to order. No, this is cool that you can buy him separately, but their War Scrolls are not great, to be honest. And I think they got even more expensive in points in the Soulblight Gravelords Battletome compared to what they were when Warhammer Quest Curse City came out like a month ago. So yeah, that is that. But to be honest, so overall thoughts on the prices, don't think they're too bad. Direwolves is the biggest thing that shocked me. It's like, oh, that's gone up in price, but they're a lot better models, and you can tell like a lot more work's gone into them. So I can't really argue too much with that. I think Lady Annika and Kritza, the Rat Prince, are pretty expensive in points. They probably are pretty expensive in points for their usefulness in the book, but pretty expensive for models. But Games Workshop's been charging £20 for one small sort of size models for a while now, so shouldn't really surprise me too much. And then the Wolf Lady, as I can't even speak properly apparently, can't pronounce the name. She £31.50, doesn't seem too bad depending on size. And Radukar the Beast, again £31.50, doesn't seem too bad bearing the size in mind as well. But obviously, you know, we'll see what they're like when we get them. I can't imagine there's much customization on a lot of this stuff. I imagine the wolves are just built as they are because they all, like I said, are unique models. She won't have a weapon option or anything like that to choose from, or she'll just be monopose. He'll be monopose. What's the other thing? Oh yeah, the Start Collecting box, which I think shame, loads of old models, but wasn't surprised by that. And just in terms of value, in terms of money, good value. And that's my overall thoughts on the last league prices. Again, like I said, very short video, this one, not a 3-hour something video like the other one was, because it's just going over like 6 items really. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys are excited with these model releases, everything else. Let me know if there's one particular one you're going to be buying. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is bad pricing wise? Do you think it's good? Let me know your thoughts on the Start Collecting box, because I think that's kind of like a whole different conversation, like from outside of just the price, on like what value you think there is in this Start Collecting box. But even if you just take out the 5 Black Knights, you know, it's still not bad value if you're willing to, you know, splash the cash a little bit on pre-order day. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts down below. As always, it's great to hear that. A lot of you guys have been commenting on, you know, obviously all the videos I've done for news and the Soulblight Gravelords, which has been great. It's been really good to have like a shared thoughts and stuff really on Soulblight Gravelords, because I think what's quite interesting is it's one of the books that lately's came out, which I think there's been a massive divide between people who are really happy with Soulblight Gravelords and people who are just really not happy in terms of rules, models, mainly rules these days, to be honest, since, I know, the last week. I personally, like I said, I'm happy with the book. I never wanted it to be the best top new army. I don't think it's a bad army either, but again, play testing will need to be done before I give, you know, my full thoughts on the Soulblight Gravelords. But if you are watching this video, you haven't seen my long review on the elite battle tome we have for Soulblight Gravelords, go check it out. It came out a few days ago. It's, like I said, a long old video, so do some hobby and stuff. Check that out and let me know your thoughts on that video. And what I'd tell you guys, if you're enjoying this video again and enjoying the Soulblight Gravelords, smash the like button. Like I say, leave your comment down below. Make sure you press the subscribe button if you haven't already. Absolutely free for you to do so. It helps the channel grow. Well, I say hope. It's the only way the channel grows. And make sure you press the bell notification, because I'll be doing a lot of coverage on Soulblight Gravelords once it gets my hand on that book and some play testing in. So if you want to watch that stuff, make sure anything on news or anything else I'm covering on the channel, click that bell button. It means you won't miss it. And if you want to support the channel a step further, all I ask is if you click the join button next to the subscribe button, allow you to become a member here on Agent Nagash, which will allow you to support the channel the biggest way you can, from anything from just giving £1 a month, goes straight towards helping the channel out, keeps me going. And if you would like to support on Patreon, there's a link to my Patreon down below as well in the comments, description of this video. There's a link to my Patreon where you can give anything from $1 a month. So click that link if you would like to support, or click the join button. It will make a huge difference to the channel. And like I say, if it wasn't for my Patrons and YouTube members, I wouldn't be doing this, because this doesn't make enough money for anything to be profitable or to sort of justify the time doing it. But because I know there's this many people supporting me on this personal level, I know that it's worth me doing, because I know that a lot of people do appreciate it. And these people that I do want to give a massive shout out, of course, doesn't matter the length of the video, these people always deserve a shout out. It's going to be my patrons, my YouTube members, who already decided to make that amazing choice to support the channel. So it's going to be my Vampire Lords and Zombie Dragon, which is going to be Stuart F and Filq. Thank you so much for that massive support of that tier. Makes a huge difference. Thank you so much for that continued support. Just a little warning, you'll be hearing a beep, beep, beep. That's because my Discord's open, where I got the prices from, and that's why there's messages going on. Feel free to join Discord. Always loads of conversation in there. Might as well interject that in while it's beeping. And then my Morgasts as well, which is Bleed Red. So thank you so much for your continued support, mate. Readers make a huge difference. And my Vampires, which are Mir, Martin S, Rouse321, David A, Ronni H, SpareBear, Christopher H, Stence, Northdrop, Nathan F, and Andrew G. Thank you so much for your continued support. So I know a lot of you have been supporting for a long time now. And then my Necromancers, which is Jacq.l, RadiationRiley, AW77, Sagas, WolfNick, Michal W, Quad, Cranky Wombat, Christopher C, Christopher F, James S, Robin S, Steve T, James T, Patrick F, JJ, Thomas B, R. Christopher, and Madcap. Thank you all so much for your continued support and allowing me to keep this up. A special shout out as well to Andrew G and Madcap, who are new. I know Andrew joined as a YouTube member and Madcap joined as a patron. Thank you both so much for deciding to recently support the channel financially in this way. You really won't regret your decision. It goes straight towards, like I say, keeping me going. If I didn't have any support like this, wouldn't be doing any of this YouTube stuff. Honestly, not worth it. But you guys make sure it is. So thank you so much for your continued support, and thank you for deciding to sign up and become an amazing person. And so with that, guys, if you'd like to, like I say, support this way, fantastic. But if you can't, no worries at all. Just like, subscribe, and bell notification if you haven't already, and you do enjoy the video, feel free to share the video with anyone else you think who enjoy it. And more than anything else, though, at the end of the day, I'm happy that you came and watched out this video. I hope you enjoyed it and you have a great rest of your day. Just to give you guys a heads up, so I will, in probably when you guys are watching this, probably in about 2 hours time, 9 o'clock PM UK time today, I will be doing a live Let's Play of Vermintide with a few subscribers and everything. So feel free to check that out, get some hobby done, everything else, ask your comments, ask your questions in the chats and all that sort of thing, feel free. Or if you'd like to join and play on Vermintide 2 on the Let's Play, join the Discord, which you can hear beeping every 2 seconds now, and join that, ask if you can play, and I'll fix something up. But with that aside, guys, like I said, glad you checked out this video. Have a good rest of your day. Remember, until next time, to stay safe, hygienic, wear a mask, wash your hands, for God's sakes. By the time all this stuff comes out, you'll be able to play on the tabletop. But more importantly than all of that is, remember, until next time, that Nagash is all, and all is one in Nagash.